My favorite game was Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Now, I started when I was feeling bad, but I would finish when I'm fine. I could always tell my mom was feeling sad. She was in the kitchen crying, but I made promises and I told her I would fix it with my rhymes. Hey, mama, I know I couldn't play it right. Not until I got my grades up, so I studied day and night. Finally, when that day came, I only played it twice. I wanted brand new games and my mother couldn't even pay the lights, but she told me keep my goals in sight. Told me keep my vision tight. She must have seen me on that mic, and on that night, I came alive. 13 years old, and I gave that open mic some life, but I still had some games to play. My daddy said don't rot my brain, but still I did it anyway. Mario Kart, red turtle shells, get out my way. Homies beg him, give him break, and you know I killed him anyway.
Wow, deputy.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to The Poetic Gamer. This is a show that's meant to fuse poetry and video games together. I'm a poet, I'm an MC, I'm an actor, but I'm also a gamer. And I want to talk about the great things that I see in these video games that makes me feel like I'm almost reading a poem. We're going to be talking about these different aspects throughout it, playing games. I'm going to invite some of my favorite people, my favorite artists to come sit with me and play some of the best games out right now and kind of talk about it, but through the lens of poetry, through the eyes of a poet. I started playing video games when I was a little kid. I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, and the neighborhood I grew up in wasn't always the best. It was often sometimes kind of dangerous to go outside. So my perspective of the world came from the different games I would play. Stuff on the Nintendo 64 like Legends of Zelda, which had a huge open world, the first open world game I ever played. It was a chance that I could go exploring and seeing these different places in a safe way, in a safe space, in a controlled environment. These were the things that made me fall in love with games. Playing games like Contra with my brother, where we could do all these violent activities and then turn it off and be back home or run to dinner. We want to talk about these merging things, the things that kind of meet that middle ground, whether we're watching a work of art, a movie, or playing a game. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. And in Poetic Gamer, we want to really show you that difference. All right, y'all, let's get into it. We have our first segment, which is... what do we call it?
Battle Buddy Guest Play.
Oh my god. Battle Buddy Guest Play. All right, y'all. Let's get into our first segment. Battle Buddy Guest Play. Today, I have invited one of the most fierce competitors in all of fighting game history. He is a Get Lit player. He is also a co-producer of this here show. Please give it up for my guest, Mr. Rodrigo Jose Sigala. Rodrigo, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm great. All right, what are we playing today?
We're gonna be playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Okay. This is a game you can get for free, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Heck, have you ever played this before?
Not this version, no.
But you've played
The arcade version,
like
with the
joystick and
A,
the
B, C, D. Yeah.
How much have you played that?
Every time I go to the laundromat.
That sounds like frequently. How? Your clothes smell very clean right now. It means you freshly battled, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I've never played this game, but I'm excited because oh my god, I love Marvel. I love the Avengers so much. I don't even know who I'm gonna pick. I have so many choices. Let's see who they have on here. They got Frank West. Not sure who Frank West is.
So the whole blue is Capcom.
Oh, okay.
And then all the red is Marvel.
Okay. All right, let me see it. I may not know Capcom stuff. Oh, we got some Chris Redfield. We got some Resident Evil going on over here. Okay, we got some Dante. All right, pretty sick. Who's this? We got a dinosaur. Okay. Of course, we got Captain America over here. We got Spider-Man. We got Dormammu. What is this? Thor, Captain Marvel, Hulk, Iron Man, Thanos, Nova, Ghost Rider, Gamora, Ultron. What? Rocket Raccoon. But they don't no shout out to Groot.
No.
They just give you Rocket, no Groot. And it's like Doctor Strange. We got Hawkeye. All these people look really cool. Did you already pick somebody?
Yeah, I'm playing a Zero.
Oh, Jesus. So I'm in between Thanos, Iron Man, and Hulk. Oh, you get to pick 2 people?
You gotta pick 3.
Oh, snap. All right, well, I'm going with Hulk. Yeah, I guess I'm going with Green Hulk.
Oh, you got 2, never mind. And you gotta pick an Infinity Stone.
What? All right, I'm going with Hulk and Iron Man. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring the party on. All right, what's? Oh, I get to pick a stone. Jeez. Throw attack that renders. This is
wild.
This is wild and detailed. All right, well, I'm going with Power Stone because, you know what I mean.
I'm gonna go with Soul.
You got a lot of soul.
Of course.
Okay, all right, a lot of soul.
I'm a poet after all.
Oh, there it is. All right, so we got Soul Stones, we got Power Stone, we got, who is this? Mega Man and Zero.
No, it's 0 and X.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
0 and X. They don't give him his full Mega Man name? Who's X?
That's the robot. Mega Man is the surname given to X.
So it's X Mega Man is his full name?
I guess. It's a robot. It doesn't have a name.
Sick. I mean, robots have feelings.
Do they?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine. Look at this. This looks amazing, first off. This game looks incredible. And it's a free game, which is crazy to me. Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh,
I
no?
am throwing a meteor at you. Okay, that's right. Watch out. Oh, my God. Okay, how do you block? Oh, my God.
Not too sure.
You are cheating right now. All right, hold on. All right, we block by doing that. All right. Hulk kick.
How did you block?
All right, I think it's, you just press back. Wait, is it you press back? No. How do you, I have no idea.
Oh. Cool.
That's the usual, like, Street Fighter is
Yeah.
you just press back. Which
This isn't Street Fighter.
This is not Street Fighter, but it's a Capcom, so it's like Street Fighter, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Ooh, I'm doing some Hulk activity again on you. Ooh, there's
You
no
missed
dodging.
it.
Oh, did I miss you? Oh.
Yeah. Now I got
All right,
you.
I'm down. God
So you're
dang it.
sending Iron Man out now.
Oh, that Iron Man looks sick. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing this game. All right, I'm going full button mashing. What is this you calling the homie? All right, you know what?
I called the homie.
I can't lose on my first battle buddy. That's right. Take him out. Iron
I'm
Man.
gonna switch out.
All right. Well, my suit is shiny, much shinier than this robot guy I'm fighting. That's right. Oh, get him again, Iron Man.
You just.
That's right. 48. Oh, snap. Oh, but you missed me. Okay.
You jumped again.
Oh,
Oh, you did.
damn.
One more
Danger.
time.
No, dodge. Oh my God, if you don't block.
One more
Sir,
time?
can you block? Sir, can you block?
KO. That's how it's done.
Is that how it's done?
That's how it's done.
I guess formally we know now that is how it's done. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this, man. You like fighting games, right?
I love fighting games.
Clearly, you're pretty good at them.
Yeah.
All right, you're all right, I guess. What about fighting games you love? We were talking earlier. You were telling me how you like how they look. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think of this game?
So the graphics are really nice, and specifically about fighting games, it's like you get to be violent, but also you don't bring it out into the real world.
Yeah, because I can't pick a meteor out the sky and throw it at you.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm capable of amazing
You could
things.
try, but
Yeah.
I don't know how successful you'll be.
I always like these fighting games. Like, I would get into arguments with like my brother and be like about anything and be like, all right, let's settle this with like some fighting. Like, we would play like Street Fighter, which like I can tell this has like Street Fighter elements into it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can shoot a fireball with Ryu on this next one.
Yeah.
Gonna pick Thanos on it,
You
but
definitely can though.
can you really?
Yeah.
And is it the same like
It's the
down,
same
forward?
commands.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, so like I did Street Fighter, I've played Smash Brothers.
This will be a joint operation.
Yeah, so like I'm very
Versed.
versed. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And I like that this is a free game, but this seems like this will be a game that they could actually sell and charge for it. I wonder why they just give it away.
So it's free because we have the gold membership.
Oh, get yourself gold membership, peoples. Then you can play all these games for free. No.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored by Xbox Gold yet, but we will be. We're gonna be Xbox Platinum. All right, who did you pick here? Who do you got?
Zero and Chun-Li.
You didn't want to switch it up.
No, Zero has been my fighter since the first game, and Chun-Li was my first fighter as Street Fighter.
Can we just talk about how cool Thanos looks right now? Like that is super. Look at him.
I think he'll look better on the floor.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So did you grow up with like a lot of siblings in your house?
I had two sisters.
Were they ever playing these fighting games with you?
They would, and that's how we would settle things, and that's how I always got what I wanted.
Okay, all right. I'm starting to see a little bit more of your personality coming out.
Yeah.
In these games. Y'all don't know, but off camera, Rodrigo has been yelling at me this entire filming. It's like,
really
redo that shoot. You didn't say that right. Oh my! What is this sparkle planet thing?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try it again.
Oh my god!
There we go.
All
2
right.
for 2.
Thanos will not go out like this.
I really hope he does.
Nope, he's gonna hit you with something in his hand. Aha! All right, how do I tap out? How do I tap in the homies? Oh,
like that.
That's just like that.
Cool.
All right, I got Thor up in here. I love that the Marvel versus Capcom, right? These games have been around for a long time, and it's so sick that they keep making it and adding new stuff to it. I'll be honest, this game came out in September of 2017 is what we researched.
Yeah.
And this looks like a game that could hold up with any game that's out right now. Like.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with how when they make these games, they already look for a particular market, so they make them with the thought in mind.
Yeah. Did you see what just happened?
Yeah.
Did you at home see what happened? I won. Could not let himself be defeated. I couldn't do it even if I wanted to. I wanted to. This will settle it for everyone who's watching to see who is the better poetic gamer. Putting a lot on the line right now. I'm excited to see if they're gonna do some more of these things.
And then definitely, because we were just playing in a very bland background, you could see the attention to detail there is with the characters and their moves.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the backgrounds there, and I could just see some different things that they got going on. But even just in the action moves that they have, the way that they have Thanos look, this just super cool, man.
The red eyes and everything.
The red eyes, the detail in the suit there. There's just some really beautiful stuff that's happening there. And you can see that they were building up towards their Infinity War movies, which was coming out. This is super sick. Now, when you were playing these games growing up, right? You obviously, do you remember the first fighting game you would play?
The first fighting game I played was Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii.
Whoa. The first one was for the Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say my first game I was playing was probably on the Xbox One or something like that. I'm not that old, so it was probably
yeah, my cousin had a Wii, so I went over. But normally I would just play with my cousin or the Game Boy or an arcade machine. Yeah. And
the Wii, you're moving things around. You're getting active.
That is not how you play the fighting game on the Wii.
This is how I would play the fighting games on the Wii.
No,
they have
it's very controller based. Yeah. So either a GameCube or you get the actual Wii controller and just turn it on its side.
Did you ever what about fighting games pulled you to it to be I need to get something out? For me, I would play some of these games and look, I'm a big I'm a gamer, but I'm gamer light, you know? I'm healthy gamer. If you're still trying to jog, I'm the light beer of gamers right here. But for me, I play everything on easy because I life is hard enough. I don't need challenges here. And when I'd be having a day where I would feel beat up in the day, I'm I need to go beat up on some poor character, right? Would you ever find yourself doing that as a kid? Getting out aggression or anger, or even just feeling like this is a place that helps me center myself. Did you ever have that? like playing these games at all? Or
No.
well,
You're just a very aggressive person.
I
That's
guess
all
so.
I'm gonna
I guess
say.
it's just like I'm gonna get my anger out. That's why I picked Hulk first.
Yeah.
Right. But what was that main pull for you to play these games?
All the fiction in it, like how you were saying, I'm not gonna pull out a meteor out of the sky and just smash it into a person.
Yeah.
Like all the fiction and all like the storytelling, because like there's stories to these fighting games.
Right.
So like when you go through story mode, it's like it gives a whole narrative and it's a nice like feel to the character, and you get to play with each and every one of them and like get to know them better.
I love these things where they're like, we've got these two completely different things, and now they gotta fight, right? And there's like the fighting games are like the stories are they're so loose. They're always like, what are you doing here? Like, now we gotta fight. I gotta test my powers.
Yeah.
And like, it's so random. Like, I love that idea of like, all right, you know what? This guy's in front of me. He's gonna get it. Like, he's gonna get all my powers or whatever. It's so great. Like, I would play like the Mortal Kombat games and be like, do we really need a story for like mutilating these people right now? Like, it's all these like really loose stories just so you can like be on a random place like fighting and stuff. It's craziness. This is cool, man. I really enjoyed this. I always think like there's some cool aspects of this, but what I love about these is like you can be anybody, you can be any type of actual person in real life, and you get to be a superhero here. You really get to like take on these characteristics, these fighting powers of it. And I think it's so sick, man. Like these were one of the things that made me fall in love with video games. Like I get to be Doctor Strange and Spider-Man right now. Like, come on. What else do I need to be in life? Time so now. Okay, who's this guy you got?
Got the two sword users.
Swordy swords. Look at Spider-Man. First of all, Spider-Man. That's a terrible fighting stance.
It really is.
Oh, Spider-Man,
No.
back in effect. Here we go. Okay, Spider-Man, I need you to pull your damn weight. Oh, speaking of.
That, I don't like that.
Oh, I like that. I enjoyed that a lot. Ah!
I let you have that.
Many have gone up against the Poetic Gamer, and all have ended up like my good friend Rodrigo here.
I let you have that one. I just wanted to show off my computer.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I will take that win. Let me see what you got going on over here.
All right, let me go get it. I'll be back from the office.
All right, we're gonna take a Poetic Gamer pause. Fighting games are dope. Violence isn't fun though, y'all. I always loved playing these games because I actually never got into a physical fight with my brother. And I probably attribute a lot of that into playing these games when I was a kid. When my dad first bought us the very first Mortal Kombat on Nintendo, it had a button on the actual cartridge that you could flip and you could turn the blood off so that when you hit your character, just a little spit came out. I remember my dad sat down with us and was like, you guys know this isn't real, all right? You know this is just for play, and we're just sitting here trying to have a good time. And I really attribute like the relationship me and my father had, the relationship me and my brother have, into this thing that set us into playing these games. Johnny Cage versus Scorpion, or all these crazy things that really just brought us together while we tore each other apart. I'm just paper clipping, man.
All right, so here is this machine.
What? This is detailed. Okay,
Yeah.
I wanna look at what I'm looking at first. So I see we got a port for looks like a Ethernet cable.
Yes.
Right. Then we've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 ports for USBs. Super sick. It looks like, is this a port as well for something?
Yeah, it's for display. Like if you want to connect it through cables and put like a touch screen on it.
Oh. And then I see you've got a HDMI cable here.
Yep.
And this is an aux cord.
Aux.
And looks like a charger port. Yeah? And then this looks like it's probably for something as well.
Yeah.
That I don't know. What's this area for?
You could put fans, different lights, sensors.
So we got a little 16 gig thing in here.
Yeah.
What am I holding?
You're holding the thing that I made to play video games because I am poor.
And you've got a thing here.
Yeah.
For it looks like a little gigabyte thing that you would have on a cell phone.
Pull it out. So
whoa,
this right here is the whole gaming console.
So this little guy here
Is
which is an 8 gig thing.
the whole gaming console.
What kind of games are you playing in here?
I got Game Boy, N64, PlayStation.
What? And you made this?
So I actually bought the motherboard off of Fry's Electronics, not sponsored. And
Not yet.
yeah, so it's called Raspberry Pi, and I configured it to run this program called RetroPie, which is a configuration of all retro consoles and video games and whatnot. So I just had to offload the ROMs, which is like the emulation. Yeah, and I know people are thinking like that's theft. It's not, because I own the hard copies of all these games on there.
It's not theft, y'all.
Legality issues.
Legality. All right.
Yeah.
10 letters in that word. I don't know. This is sick, dude.
Yeah.
So you've got Game Boy games on here. Do
Yeah.
you have like Super Nintendo games on
Yep.
here? How much can you put on this device?
So right now I have 16 gigabytes worth of games in there.
And so it just depends on how many.
Yeah.
And
So
you can,
I have like 5 of these. So like I can just unplug this one and plug in a different one. And that's a whole different set of games.
And then this device, you just plug your HDMI cord in, and then you're playing a game.
Yeah. And you can use any controller you want on it.
What?
So like say this Xbox controller.
It'll hook up to this somehow?
I just need to put the cable and it'll hook up to it. So like I'm most comfortable.
Oh,
with my
because it'll go
PlayStation.
right here, right?
No, it goes through the USB.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. So like I'm most comfortable with my PlayStation 2 controller.
Wowzers.
So I use that one to play N64 and Game Boy and everything.
Dope, man. Well, it was really nice having you over here today. Have a great one. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
What do you call this?
It's called a Raspberry Pi.
But you've made adaptations to it.
Yeah.
Raspberry Pi. We're out here, y'all. I think this is sick. I think what's cool about poetry is like this, I don't want to say bastardized because I'm trying to make my program PG, but
Yeah.
but it really is. It's like a salad. It's like a salad of all these different poetic forms, especially the poetry that you see nowadays. Like you hear people using like like creating list poems, but also you see people doing these persona poems as a list poem, and also using limericks within it, or making it free verse, or also, and you've got all these different poetic tools that are happening in one poem. This thing is a great representation of what poetry is today. I'm loosely putting it there. I'm making it happen. Because I feel that. I feel like, and I feel like for me, like I became a poet because I couldn't rap, right? Like rap was hard and nobody was teaching me how to rap, but I can write a poem. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to be on bars and do that.
Yeah.
And I think like that's what pulled me into gaming. That's what pulled me into things, is being like, well, this is what I got. All right. So I'm going to play with what I got, and I'm going to learn with what I got and grow. I used to play in arcades all the time. I mean, like the only time I could play games like Killer Instinct or I mean, like I remember playing Contra in an arcade. Like arcades were everything, and just like really rocking the system, or those X-Men games, Capcom versus Marvel and all those things. It was super sick.
And when you were out of quarters, knock the side of it so you could get that free game.
Wait, I didn't know about that technique.
Oh, you didn't?
What?
Yeah.
Yo, knock the side of the machines, you'll get free games.
It's because the quarters don't always fall directly into the slots, and they're around, so if you hit it hard enough, a quarter will fall in.
We're gonna
Free game.
have Rodrigo back plenty of times to tell us about your new inventions. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Where could we find you or find out some of your stuff?
So I'm on Instagram. That's mainly where I'm at. It's my full name, Rodrigo Jose Sigala, underscores instead of spaces.
Super sick. And are you doing any events in the city that we could check out or anything like that?
No, I'm normally at open mics around the Get Lit community, and
Nice.
you can find that out through at Get Lit Poet. That's their Instagram handle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, awesome. Thank you so much. I look forward to having more conversations and beating you in more games.
Whatever.
Thanks, buddy. All right, man.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks so much for enjoying this week's episode. This was a lot of fun. If you like what you hear and you want to follow more stuff, please follow us on all social media accounts through Get Lit Poet. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and comment because I want to hear what you want to see me play next. We will be up at it again. We got a Patreon page that'll be starting up soon, and you can follow and support artists like me and the Poetic Gamer. Thanks so much, and see y'all around soon.